Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
Mike the intern, Ned Reynolds. It's Monday, back to work. Finally made a decision, and I know it made this South Jersey boy a little happy. I know you're a 76ers fan, right?
Was as a kid, yeah, and Warriors and 76ers, but it's I'm ambivalent. I don't really identify with them. But I am a little bit surprised because the consensus was that LeBron James would go with the Miami Heat. Mm-hmm. But no, he chose the Philadelphia 76ers as his new team, and it certainly is not about the money. Philadelphia has agreed to pay him $8 million. Well, $8 million, a lot of money, don't get me wrong.
For him.
But compared to what there are bench players in the NBA who make more than that. So it's not about the money. LeBron James, and it's a little bit of trivia, is the first billionaire in NBA history and probably one of the few billionaires in all of American sports. So the money's not a factor. He made the decision, he says, because he felt that was a team that could win a championship. He wants to go back to another champion. Did not feel like the Los Angeles Lakers would ever win another one, at least for the time being, nor the Golden State Warriors, and evidently Miami and maybe some of the others, Minnesota Timberwolves and people like that. Said he just didn't feel comfortable with him. He did in Philly, where he has a lot of his buddies. The interesting thing about it, Mike, is the ticket sales in Philadelphia have gone up almost 400%.
Oh, yeah, easily.
Think about that now. Here's a little example. The pro teams in basketball, exhibition games are kind of a laugh. They don't schedule them ahead of time like they do in the NFL or anything like that. Philadelphia has 2 games right now scheduled in the preseason. One's October 10th, the other's October 16th, and they're both against the Boston Celtics. The one in Philadelphia, the ticket sales for that exhibition game on October 16th went from approximately $100 a ticket to $540 in less than an hour. My goodness sake. Anyway, LeBron thinks he can win with that team. We'll find out pretty shortly.
I mean, he's got to look at what happened with the Knicks, right? In the chance that the guard took on that team.
Rip Brunson?
Yeah, Brunson. Mm-hmm. And he didn't do the same thing. He didn't take $8 million, but he definitely took a pay cut to go to New York because he had the same thought. Took a little bit longer, but we'll see what happens. I mean, anything can happen on that court. And again, just like the NFL, NBA is a game of attrition. So it all could look great on paper, but at the end of the day, if half your team's injured, you're screwed anyway.
And you can look for LeBron James to sit out a number of games during the course of the season because he always has something. The guy's 41 years old. Come on. Even as great shape as he's in, you're going to get injured during that time because the NBA is a very tough league.
That's it. Brickyard 400 yesterday. What'd you think about that?
Well, this is interesting because the NASCAR folks like to view the Brickyard 400 as a crown jewel, one of the crown jewels in racing's alleged Grand Slam. Well, the attendance yesterday at the Brickyard, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, which is where NASCAR makes its only visit of the year, was 70,000. That is 155,000 less than watches the Indy 500, which has about 225,000 people. So do you consider that to be a major success? Well, NASCAR does. They draw sometimes bigger crowds than that down in the southeastern part of the country, but be that as it may, they did have it. Corey Haim gets the win, and this is his second win on the NASCAR Tour. He had the victory at the Coronado Naval Base back a couple of weeks ago on the road race, and that's a bit of a surprise. Corey Haim is part of the Denny Hamlin Michael Jordan racing team. And Michael Jordan said, hey, this kid's pretty good. Let's sign him. And they did. Corey Haim wins it, takes a checkered flag, only 24 years old. Christopher Bell, second place. That was the Brickyard 400.
Now, kind of a minor event before the real stuff starts here pretty soon for the PGA. I was asked to talk to my dad about it over the weekend, and he said, yeah, it's not huge, but $3 million is still nothing to shake at.
Well, interestingly enough, it is a minor event. The purse is only $8 million, and that's nothing on the PGA Tour. And it's one of those, it's the 3M Open. So 90% of the field, and I think it's probably a fair accuracy, 90% of the field are the guys who are on the tour who need to get the points to get into the FedEx playoffs and need just to sharpen their games, with one exception. And that one exception in that tournament yesterday was Scottie Scheffler. All right, Scottie Scheffler is in the field, and their ticket sale, 3M may have paid him a little bit extra to come in to commit to it, but I don't know that. But Scheffler needed the work. Well, he got the work. Jackson Cuevin is the winner, or Cuevin, I think is how he pronounces his name. One-time All-America at Auburn University and a tremendously good golfer. Finishes 25 under par. 25 under par. Who almost catches him? Scottie Scheffler, who finishes in second place, 22 under par. Scheffler was incredible in his competition on Saturday and Sunday. He was, of course, this is not one of the tougher courses, but he was nothing short of sensational. But nonetheless, the 25-year-old kid out of Auburn University is the winner, and he gets a payday of about $1,500,000. That's pretty good for him.
No, nothing to shake at again, especially for people like you and I. Cardinals, how they do on that hot Sunday afternoon?
Oh, it was too very hot, and the crowd reflected that at Busch Stadium. Under 23,000 yesterday for the Cardinals-Reds game. 23,000 or under, almost unthinkable on a Sunday afternoon in St. Louis when everybody comes in from all over the Midwest. But the heat was a big deterrent yesterday. The Cardinals had their chances in the game but could not convert, and the Cincinnati Reds win it in 10 innings, 5-3. Key hits by Cincinnati in the extra frame and defensive lapses, plus some really shaky bullpen pitching. So the Cardinals take a loss. They take on the Chicago Cubs tonight in St. Louis for 4 games. And this will probably be a make-or-break series in a way for the Cardinals. Cardinals are still in the hunt for a wild card. They are, a 13-game, 12 or 13 games, I'm not sure which, out of first place. So that's really not going to happen. But by the same token, the wild card could, but the Cardinals need to get hot real quickly.
Definitely do. As far as my Royals go, though, they had 2 out of that 4-game series with the Tigers. They're going to be chasing them, but it's not. I mean, right now they're out. But if they can continue to win games, it's possible they could sneak in.
Well, the other teams would have to lose.
Yes.
That's just it. So it's pretty shaky for the Royals right now. But nonetheless, they're playing for their contracts, number 1, and for the future, number 2. Michael Massey, a 2-run homer in the 8th inning against the Detroit Tigers, and the Royals get a win by a score of 4-2 over the Detroit Ball Club. Springfield Cardinals had 6 RBIs from Zach Levinson. Now, who is Zach Levinson? Well, he was the Cardinals' 5th-round draft choice a couple of years ago from the University of Miami in Florida, and he's a pretty good player. 6 RBIs, and the Springbirds win by a score of 9-3 over the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. And how about, I don't know whether you saw this, Mike, how about Jacob Mizorowski? This is astonishing. He's pitching against, now admittedly, the Colorado Rockies are not very good at all. They're a low-level team playing in Milwaukee yesterday. Jacob Mizorowski strikes out the first 7 batters that he faces in the game. Struck him out. He strikes out 12 of the first 13 batters he faces. And then he faced 3 more innings before they yanked him from the game because the Brewers had already put it way out of reach. Finishes with 12 strikeouts in 5 innings. Oh, my goodness sake. And this guy's still coming back from an injury. That's pretty fair. This guy's a good pitcher.
Very good pitcher. In addition to the hot baseball games, we now know who's getting into the Hall of Fame as well, right?
Three really deserving individuals. Carlos Beltran, who, of course, is a former Kansas City Royal. He was Royals and American League Rookie of the Year back in 1999. He is going and had a great career, wonderful career. And he goes in along with Andrew Jones from the Atlanta Braves, probably one of the best, if not the best, defensive center fielders in all of baseball. Jones was asked did he pattern his style after Willie Mays or somebody like that. He said, no, I wasn't old enough to see Willie Mays play. He said, but I did see Ken Griffey Jr., and yes, he's the guy he patterned his style. Jones, a great player. And interestingly enough, when they gave their speeches, Part of it, in Beltran's case, he's from Puerto Rico, so he spoke half of it in Spanish. And Jones is from Curacao, so he spoke a little bit of their native tongue as well, which was very, very good. Well, so did Jeff Kent, for that fact. Jeff Kent was sent in as by the Veterans Committee, one of the great second basemen in baseball ever, and the San Francisco Giants. He spoke in his native tongue, which happened to be English. Thank you. Anyway, those three go into the Hall of Fame at a very impressive ceremony.
At least you could understand that guy, Ned. Have a great day. Stay cool. I'll see you tomorrow.